Hello, I'm Annette Hamilton. Today we're joined by JR from the Winnebago Youth Shelter. We're going to learn about this essential community program. Welcome, JR.
Hello.
So, JR, can you tell us about the youth shelter and its mission?
Our mission at the Winnebago Youth Shelter is to provide a safe, supportive environment for some of our most at-risk and high-risk youth in our communities. Typically, these children are involved in child protective services, child and family services, and we really try to provide that safe, secure environment for them during a really difficult time in their life.
So what is your biggest challenge in running the Winnebago Youth Center?
Our biggest struggle is we're always short-staffed and we're underfunded. And when it comes to try and renovate something in the building, those costs aren't cheap. So those tend to fall by the wayside when we're talking about, do we want to renovate this area or do we want to hire on a new staff, because we are short-staffed.
Can you share how the Ho-Chunk Way donations will be utilized to help in your mission?
Yes. So what our plan is to use all of the funds to be able to improve our youth living spaces. Example, our bathrooms. They're very dated, and we'd like to renovate them to be more desirable for our kiddos. That we want the youth to feel comfortable, feel safe, and feel valued. And also our kitchen area. We have some dated appliances and our cabinetry, our floors, things of that nature. We really want to renovate that area because right now we don't feel comfortable doing cooking classes in there with our children. Just really develop those valuable life skills that they can take away from our building. So that's where we want to really dedicate a lot of the funding is to those renovations because it'll have a lasting impact on our kiddos.
In just 2.5 years, employees have helped raise over $125,000, and we've helped 3 programs so far: the Winnebago Senior Center, the Boys and Girls Club, and Ho-Chunk Renaissance. And for our 4th program, we're so excited to have now picked the Winnebago Youth Shelter.
I guess the biggest thing for me is being part of the Ho-Chunk Way Committee. It gives me a sense of pride as a community member and as an employee.
I have worked with the shelter before in my previous job, and I worked with the kids that have had to go to the shelter, not because of anything they have done, but so I have a real personal insight on the shelter, and just knowing how important it is for our kids to have somewhere safe to go if their home isn't safe for them.
Describe your first reaction when you heard that you were receiving the donations from the Ho-Chunk Way.
Right away, I started getting a little teary-eyed, a little lump in my throat, because we've really been through a lot. And I mean, our response to all of the COVID pandemic just been really hitting us. And so to have some good news was really well received.
So in addition to being an employee and by virtue of your work contributing to the betterment of the community, this is one more step we can take as employees to help a little bit further.
It's really awesome to see, I contributed to something bigger than me that benefits the whole community.
To actually be able to see the benefits, to see what is happening in the community is extremely beneficial. It's fulfilling. It gives you, I think, a sense of satisfaction.
Even though, you can participate in other charities, you really don't know exactly where it's going. Whereas we know with this program it's going to the people.
Can you help describe why it's so important for people to invest in our community's youth?
I mean, it's very cliche, but it still stands true today that our kids are our future, and they always will be. We know that there's a lot of other programs out there that need help as well. So we appreciate the selection, and all the donations that are going to be happening. We know those come from individuals that are making that sacrifice from their own home and donating it to the benefit of our kids' lives, and hopefully make them more successful, even if it just is a little bit. We really appreciate it.
Prior to working for All Native Group, I was in the United States Navy, and a big part of being in the military is being away and making sure people are taken care of back home. And to be a part of that, and as a civilian, to see a community doing that and seeing a company that's doing that really makes me feel at home.
We appreciate all the work that you do for the future of the Winnebago tribe and the whole entire community. Pinagigi.
Pinagigi to you too.